Chevy! No.
We're recording.
We're recording?
There you go.
Okay. All right. This is Babushka, por supuesto. Who else could it be, right? How are you? We're going to speak to now the director, the everything of TWAM, Mr. Benjamin Gunter.
Ta-da!
Yay!
Hola, hola.
Hola, hola, Benjamin. Okay, now, tell me. Pretend I don't know anything.
Oh, that'll take
You're
a
so
suspension.
funny. Good thing I love this man. Tell us, TWAM, what is it and why is it?
All right, so TWAM stands for Theater with a Mission, TWAM, or actually Theater with a Mission condenses into TWAM. It's a troupe of volunteers who are interested in seeing live theater bring history to life. Because, you know, history gets written down on a page lots of times, or recorded in a picture, which can say 1,000 words, but it's still basically 2 dimensions. Or maybe contained into an object, but many times the objects don't really have voices. Theater can step inside those objects and start to tell their stories. It can step inside that page that's got the chronicle, and it can start to bring you into touch, live in touch with the people who inhabited those events. It can step inside the picture and start to make it move. And that's what Theater with a Mission, TWAM, is about. Particularly at this point about stepping into Florida history and start to bringing Florida's Latin roots to the surface so everybody can experience and enrich themselves through those roots, whether they themselves have any Latin blood in them or not. Because Florida was part of the Spanish Empire for longer than it's been part of the United States of America. And yet most people who come to Florida still don't really think of it as rooted in Latinidad. They might go to Ybor City and have a wonderful experience, or to Miami and have a wonderful, or St. Augustine and have a wonderful experience of what's there in Hispanic culture now. But they don't tend to think of it as really rooted in Latinidad, but it's profoundly rooted there. So Theater with a Mission right now is working on plays that, perdóname, Babushka, you have been baptized
La
again.
familia, la familia.
Yeah. It's working on plays that help people make that transition back to Florida's Latin roots. There's one particularly wonderful play for that called Nuevo Mundo Descubierto por Cristóbal Colón. It's by Lope de Vega, the Spanish Shakespeare, probably the greatest playwright that the world has ever seen. And around 1599, he wrote this play to celebrate a royal wedding in Spain. Interestingly enough, it's the first play in history to bring America onto stage, and Lope chooses to do that by bringing Native Americans in a royal wedding onto the stage. So it parallels Latinidad and mestizaje all the way through and gives you what Lope in the play himself calls an espejo. The characters in the play call a mirror for seeing your past and imagining your future. Perfect for Florida's quincentennial. It's got major characters that are named from characters from actual Florida history. It introduces oranges to the New World. It has natives who worship the sun and Spaniards who come there to do the same. And it brings up questions that have been very, very influential in Florida's history from the beginning and are shaping Florida's future now. Questions like, how do people from vastly different backgrounds share a place in the sun? How do people with fervently held religious convictions share their faith with others without imposing it on them? So it's a really, really great play for exploring that. And through the characters in the play, characters like Fray Buil, the first priest to come from Latinidad into the New World, help you get a glimpse of that. Characters like Terrazas, a Spanish adventurer who comes to the New World and make his fortune to find what he thinks is going to be happiness, help you step inside and examine, what does it mean to be happy? What does it mean to be Christian? And Native American characters like Takwe, the Native American who observes the first weapon of mass destruction come from the old world to the new world.
We're talking code, and you'll see
We
why.
are. It's a riddle, and you have to solve it for yourself. I can't give it away. It wouldn't be fair. Okay. You're able to step in and face-to-face meet these characters and watch your history come alive and give you glimpses of what the future could become.
Ya saben, the reason for TWAM, the reason we're going to continue, and the reason we're here to stay. Follow us. Bienvenidos todos.